Hello, I'm Muz and this is Oneplus 5, predecessor of 5T, a beast. So, should you buy it in December 2017? Watch till end for the answer. You know the drill, we are going to score each category such as build quality, hardware, software, camera, display features, battery life and charging speed, and lastly the company's goodwill. After scoring each category, we look into a pre-made chart, either it is worthy for your money or not in that specified period or in that specified year. For now, it is December 2017. Now let's talk about the build quality. Anodized aluminium. It is really good. Front mounted fingerprint sensor. For a lot of people, it really matters because it is your natural place for thumb to rest. So yeah, it is really good. Beautiful phone and a good feeling buttons with that tactile feeling. Let me tell you, it is really good. That alert slider is also really good. Have a substantial camera bump, and let me tell you, it is less than the 5Ts, but still it is there. So yeah, for me it gets 9 out of 10. Now let's talk about the hardware. Snapdragon 835 at 2.45 GHz, which is overclocked from 2.35, which is almost in every other phone except the 5Ts and 5, because it is really great and capable phone. 6 or 8 gigs of RAM, depends on you for which you go. 64 and 128 dual lane ultra fast storage, which is really quick. Adreno 540 GPU. To be honest, this package is mind-blowing to have in 2017 or even in 2018, or I must say in 2019 it will be very comparable, believe me. So yeah guys, for me it gets 10 out of 10. Now let's talk about the software. Oxygen OS based on Android 7.1.1 Nougat, and let me tell you, it will soon update to Oreo, and they are really pretty good in updating the software, but no one is good as Google's own Pixel devices, so yeah, you cannot compare. But for me it is really clean with some handy features, and for me it really gets 9 out of 10. Just one shy because it is not a Pixel. But now let's talk about the camera. It is where the OnePlus 5 differs from the OnePlus 5T. If you are into that telephoto lens or that optical zoom, 2x or 3x zoom, then you will like the OnePlus 5 more than the OnePlus 5T, because yeah, OnePlus 5 do have that telephoto lens, and I can tell you, it is good. It is really good. But can you compare it with iPhone and Samsung's? Yeah, it will hold pretty much it, but it is not as good as those, or cannot just overpass those. Yeah, sometimes it can, but not in general. Dual rear facing camera, one comes with f1.7 aperture, which is of 16 megapixel, and the other is 20 megapixel f2.6 telephoto lens, and it is really good, believe me. And the front facing camera is 16 megapixel. It is just amazing to say, 16 megapixel f2.0, and they can shoot pretty much good and amazing videos and photos. For me, it really gets 7 out of 10, and it really deserves this score. But for me, there are many different cameras which are really great and mind-blowing. Now let's talk about that display. Oh boy, it is the second and the last difference between the 5 and the 5T. The one was camera and the other is display. Yes, it comes with that big bezel, then the 16:9 aspect ratio, which is really not a big concern for me personally. But some of you don't like it, some of you think it is ugly, and I can understand and I can agree with you. But for me, to have bezels is really something nice, because you need to hold something, right? Watching media or playing games. Comes with 5.5-inch Full HD AMOLED panel, and let me tell you, it is beautiful. Color saturation is good, brightness is good. Overall, it is an amazing display. For me, it really gets 7 out of 10. Just one shy from the 5Ts, because yeah, it has that fancy looking display, which is really good, and which is what the 2017 trend was, bezel-less or less bezel. Now let's talk about some features. Headphone check, SD card nope, IP rating nope, Bluetooth 5.0 check, ultra fast storage check. That alert slider is really good to have, and let me tell you, it is not a feature rich phone, to be honest. It really gets 6 out of 10, hardly actually. But to be honest, for 2017 it is like forgivable. But in 2018, no water resistance will just ruin this phone. Let me tell you. Now let's talk about the battery life and charging speed. Oh boy, 3300 milliamp hour with that small full HD display. It really holds pretty well. Almost a day and a half you won't even bother. And if you really want to charge, just plug it in. A 30 minutes of charge will get to 0 to 60%, and believe me, it is really fast. That dash charge is really good. So until the quick charge 4.0 is something, this power brick just shines its way. So for me, it gets 10 out of 10. Now the company is good. Well, as we talked earlier in the Oneplus 5Ts, yeah, the pop-up events are good. Third-party manufacturers are quite looking forward to this device, but resale value suffers because many of the market vendors don't even know what this device is in most of the countries, or especially in my country. So yeah, for me it really gets 6 out of 10, but it is really gaining popularity for its brand, and it will soon be out there with Sammy and Apple's value. I'm very much positive for it, but let me tell you, it really gets 6 out of 10. After adding all these scores up, it gets 64, just one shy from 5T, which was expected because it is almost similar to that except the display. And for a lot of persons, that display isn't even a thing till now. So, should you get it in December 2017? Let me tell you. 128 gigs variant, which comes with 8 gigs of RAM, is now available in $500. So go fetch it right now if you want to, or else it is your personal preference. If you like that beautiful large 18:9 aspect ratio, go for 5T base model, which is also $500. Or if you are a little broke and you don't want to spend $500, then get it for $440. It is really good deal right now. So yeah guys, this is pretty much it for OnePlus 5, and let me tell you, if you're gonna buy it, you won't regret it at all, because the front mounted fingerprint sensor is really good and convenient to have, and the display is beautiful. It's exactly the same as OnePlus 5T except that aspect ratio and that bezel-less features. So yeah guys, do let me know what your decision is, and I will also do this guide for other phones too, and will also do in other years in 2018 and 2019 that still it holds or not. Subscribe and press that bell icon for more of such videos, and if you really like this video, then drop a thumbs up. It really helps me, and if you want to give me any suggestions, go into comment section and drop your suggestions. It will be appreciated and I will be thankful to you. Goodbye, see ya.